What's up, YouTube? Today we had a match against a guy on Nuevo League called Drunky, and it was a really good match. My team was Excadrill, the Dene, Beedrill, Gothithail, Mandibuzz, and Jagalj, OU team. And his team was Ferrothorn, Altaria, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Sceptile, and Gyarados. It was a really good match. So now let's see how that match went. I recorded it earlier, but there were some high lags that happened, and it kind of screwed up my previous video, so I'm just returning it. So he decides to lead off with Gyarados, and I lead off with Excadrill. That's actually a really bad matchup for me. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna withdraw and go into my Mandibuzz, because I'm pretty sure he can take a hit from the Gyarados, since he's my defensive tank. And yeah, Gyarados goes for Waterfall. So now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna use Toxic on the Gyarados, but I completely forgot that Gyarados gets Ice Fang. So here comes the Toxic, and I thought I was gonna stall it, but unfortunately he has the Lumberry on his Gyarados. So instead of going for Toxic a second time, I go for Roost while he goes for a Dragon Dance, which was a really good play on my opponent's part. Except that Mandibuzz can take a few hits since he's pretty bulky. So instead of going for a second, no, I didn't go for a second Toxic. I went for a second Roost here, if I remember correctly. No, I flinched. That's what happened. He goes for a Nice Fang, and I decided that I'm gonna go for a Roost again. And I'm really lucky living on 14. So I'm pretty sure next turn he was gonna Dragon Dance, and I was gonna Roost again. Yeah, he goes for the Dragon Dance again. And I go for the Roost, healing up my Mandibuzz to full health. And now I noticed that since he has put to Dragon Dance, and he barely has any HP left, a Foul Play could kill the Gyarados, which honestly I should have gone for earlier, but I was too concentrated on going for Roost and healing myself up. So there goes his Gyarados. So now we have a slight advantage because it's 5 Pokemon against 6. And he goes for his Jolteon. I'm pretty sure his Jolteon is going to go for a hidden power expecting my Excadrill. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out Dragalge. Because I'm pretty sure I can take any hits from a Jolteon since I'm Assault Vested. Yeah. And I'm going to go for a Dragon Pulse because I'm pretty sure he has no fairies on his team. So I can just safely go for the D-Pulse. And he sends out his Altaria. And it's going to be a clean one-hit KO. Like, look at that damage. Sincerely, that ability Dragalge is such an OP Pokemon. I'm really happy they released it. Now Ferrothorn, my Dragalge can't do anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to withdraw... No, I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball actually. I don't withdraw this turn. So yeah, withdraw Shadow Ball. His special defense fell and Air Balloon popped, which was something I wanted to do. And now I withdraw my Dragalge, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And I send out the Dene. I wanted to go for Nozzle, but I knew he had the Rocky Helmet. And then I wanted to Super Fang him, but I realized something. I could just go for Entrainment, then Nozzle, then Super Fang as much as I want. So I go for the Entrainment, changing his Iron Barbs to Cheek Pouch. And then he goes for the Gyro Ball. I was expecting it to hit a lot, but he gets a crit, and the Dene couldn't do anything this match, which was really sad because I wanted to showcase how much the Dene is a really good Pokemon. So I'm going to go for Excadrill right here because I'm pretty sure I can hit him. So there goes... So I go for Earthquake, and that does like what? Not 50%, maybe 40, around that. And his Gyro Ball does a lot of damage for on my Excadrill because it's resisted as well. Realize that. So now another 40%. He barely has any HP left. So I go for an Earthquake to defeat his Ferrothorn one last time. So that's Ferrothorn down. What's the score now? I'm pretty sure it's 3-5. Yeah. So he goes for Vaporeon. I'm like, I know Excadrill is gonna die and he's not gonna be useful anymore. So I go for a Rapid Spin to get rid of the entry hazards, because it's always useful. And then he goes for the Ice Beam. I was expecting the Scald, but the Ice Beam still lands a KO on my Excadrill. So I go for a Gothitelle. I was pretty sure that Gothitelle could handle the Vaporeon. I wasn't expecting the Shadow Ball at all. And my Gothitelle is my special tank. So now I go for T-Bolt, but it does not do a lot of damage. So I realize at this point that Vaporeon is his special tank. So now I go for the Psyshock. And it doesn't do a lot either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a Tickle, hoping that I survive the next hit, but unfortunately I get the burn right here. So yeah. So this turn I go for Tickle, because the turn afterwards I want to go for a Psyshock. But he goes for a Shadow Ball and wins the speed tie. Here comes the Tickle. Right here I was hoping that after Leftovers recovery damage I would be able to survive the burn. But unfortunately the burn takes me out. But it's okay because Vaporeon is at -1 defense. And I'm gonna send out my Beedrill because Beedrill outspeeds Vaporeon. Vaporeon is at -1 defense, so I'm pretty sure a hit from a Mega-Beedrill with adaptability is gonna destroy this Vaporeon. I go for the X-Scissor because any Pokemon that would have wanted to come in would get defeated by the X-Scissor. I mean Sceptile or Jolteon. Now he goes for Jolteon. I'm Mega-Beedrill outspeeds Jolteon because I know that Jolteon has a base 130 speed, and I have Joron on my Mega-Beedrill just for situations like this. And now it's 5. Now he has one Pokemon left, and it's against my Mega-Beedrill, and Mega-Beedrill outspeeds a normal Sceptile. So I just go for the X-Scissor, hoping to land the KO on him. So, oh no, I go for Poison Jab, my bad. So here comes the Poison Jab, and it's a clear one-hit KO on the Mega Sceptile, and that's game for me. It was a good game against Drunky. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for the match, and if you liked my video, please leave a like, leave a comment, or subscribe. Thank you very much, everybody, and see you next time. Bye-bye.